The Brooklyn Nets made a great trade before the draft and acquired talented combo guard D'Angelo Russell from the Lakers. He wore out his welcome in LA and was in need of a fresh start. Because the Nets gave away so many first-round picks, they needed to find ways to add talent to the roster. And honestly, I think they have done the best job they could have over the last couple of years. They have added Karis LeVert, Isaiah Whitehead, Jeremy Lin, and now D'Angelo Russell. Russell will have the freedom to thrive in a new environment and will be playing with a chip on his shoulder. With the 22nd pick, the Nets drafted center Jarrett Allen. Allen is an athletic, energetic big man who has shown some ability in the low post and can protect the rim with a ridiculous 7'6" wingspan. He provides good foot speed for a center, which is crucial in today's NBA guarding the pick and roll. Allen may have a long way to go, but he will have all the time and opportunity to be the best player he can be. With the 57th pick, the Knicks selected Alexander Vesenkov from Bulgaria. He projects as a stretch forward whenever he comes over to the NBA. Vesenkov is a very efficient scorer and is very mature for his age. He doesn't have the mobility or quickness to guard small forwards, so he may have to commit to playing power forward. It is well known that Vesenkov will be a drafting stash prospect. He could stay in Europe playing high-level competition for the next few years before he decides to make the NBA jump. My grade for the Brooklyn Nets is a B+. The Raptors benefited from a lottery-worthy prospect getting injured during the season that made him drop on many draft boards. The Raptors hit a home run with the 23rd pick by drafting Indiana's OG Anunoby. Because of an ACL injury, he went from possibly a top 10 pick to the 23rd pick. He has a lot of work to do on the offensive end, but he's already a great defensive player right now. Anunoby is 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan and a near 9-foot standing reach. On offense, he's known for catching and shooting and cutting to the basket. His shot was very streaky at Indiana and will have to improve on the next level. He probably will spend a lot of time in the G League for recovery and developmental purposes. My grade for the Toronto Raptors is a B+. The Knicks are known for taking international prospects and have had a lot of success doing it by drafting players like Danilo Gallinari, Kristaps Porzingis, and Willy Hernangomez. They took another international player in French combo guard Frank Ntilikina with the 8th pick. He has tremendous size for a point guard standing 6'5" with a crazy 7'1" wingspan. Some power forwards aren't as long as Ntilikina. He will be an improvement defensively at the guard position. He has a calm demeanor and the confidence to survive the New York media and fan base, but he still is a project and will need time to develop his game. With the 44th pick, the Knicks drafted Damian Dotson from Houston. Dotson is a 6'6", 105-pound guard who had a knack for scoring from the outside during his college career. Dotson averaged 17 points per game, being primarily a catch-and-shoot player. He needs to prove to be more consistent on both sides of the ball to stick in the league. And with the 58th pick, the Knicks selected Onye Jaromaz from Serbia. He's a 6'3", 195-pound point guard whose game right now consists of penetrating and attacking the rim. Jaromaz is years away from being in a position to compete for a roster spot in the NBA. His assist-to-turnover ratio is something he definitely needs to work on overseas. My grade for the New York Knicks is a B-. Another draft goes by and another opportunity goes by for Danny Ainge and the Celtics to turn some of the draft picks into a proven all-star level player. When you see what the Chicago Bulls got for Jimmy Butler in a trade with the Timberwolves, you have to say, the Celtics could have had Jimmy Butler if they really wanted him. And after being the first seed in the East, with a couple of good additions to the squad, they could be legit contenders for a championship. It seems that the Celtics are stuck in between wanting to rebuild and compete for a championship. Instead of taking arguably the best prospect in the draft at number 1, the Celtics traded back 2 spots and drafted Jayson Tatum with the number 3 pick. He is the best pure scoring wing player in the draft. He also has the potential and the tools to become a good defender. But I question his fit with the Celtics. They already drafted another combo forward in Jaylen Brown last year, and they still have Jay Crowder. If the Celtics end up signing Gordon Hayward, where is Tatum going to get consistent minutes? He won't be able to develop like he should, and I don't think he should be playing the 4th spot right away. At number 37, the Celtics drafted Semi Ojeleye. He is a physical and offensively gifted player. He can stretch the floor, finish at the rim, crash the glass, and create for himself in isolation. He shot 40% from three-point range, so he's primed to play small ball forward at the next level. With the 53rd pick, the Celtics drafted Kadeem Allen from Arizona. Allen is a defensive specialist and a tough competitor. Last season, he shot over 40% from three-point range. Allen is basically another Marcus Smart, but with a better jump shot, which could be a sign that the Celtics may not re-sign Smart when he becomes a restricted free agent after next season. With the 56th pick, Celtics drafted shooting guard Jabari Bird. Bird underachieved during his time at California, but he did show growth throughout his career, from his shooting to his defense. But his calling card is his three-point shooting. Bird is a 6'6", 200-pound guard with a 6'8" wingspan. He has his work cut out for him to make the team with all the guards already on the roster. But overall, it's mostly not about what they did on draft night, but mainly what they didn't do and not fully committing to a rebuild or going all in for a title run. My grade for the Boston Celtics is a C+. The 76ers took action before the draft and traded their third pick and a future first to move up to the #1 pick and select the best complete prospect in the draft. They were projected to draft Tatum or Jackson at 3, but they really didn't need another forward, and guard was their more pressing need. The best 2 projected guards were going to be gone by the third pick. The Sixers took Markelle Fultz with the #1 pick to form a talented trio in Philly with young studs Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. There's nothing Markelle can't do. He's the total package. His versatility as a scorer and a playmaker would fit anybody's lineup. The Sixers will be one of the league's most interesting teams to watch next season. There was a report that the Sixers already sold more season tickets than any other team in the league. They also moved up in the draft to number 25 to draft a talented center out of Latvia, Andris Pesesnic. He has the potential to be a well-rounded player on offense and defense. He has some shooting potential that gives the Sixers another asset as they rebuild. They probably will have him stay overseas to develop and add more muscle to his frame to put him in the best position to succeed. With the 36th pick, they drafted former UCLA big man Jonah Bolden. Bolden is a do-it-all type of power forward. He's an athletic big man who has good size at 6'10" and 230 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan. Bolden has the potential to be a good rebounder and a defender. There isn't any room on the roster for him to get minutes right now, so he may spend some time in the G League or stay overseas in Australia. And with the 50th pick, they selected Matthias Lesort from France. In many ways, this guy's game is comparable to a player already on the Sixers roster in Richaun Holmes. Lesort is a high-energy rebounder who can run the floor really well. He's capable of banging down low and finishing through contact. He has improved his mid-range jump shot, which is important for a player like him to get consistent minutes. While Pesesnic and Bolden are more likely to stay overseas, I believe Lesort has a chance to make the team this season. My grade for the Philadelphia 76ers is an A+.